Good evening, and welcome to Adventures in Alberon, Sea of Ice. I am your humble dungeon master, Kara, and with me today I have... They're not laughing at all at something that was said off camera. Hannah,
he didn't say
Matt,
anything.
Olive, and Joe.
Hi.
Sorry, Kara.
This is what it was like last night too.
I'm so sorry. This is part 3 of our 4-part mini-series Sea of Ice that I am taking over for our regular Dungeon Master Joe, who is desperately fixing sticky tack to the deceased patron, Afern, who now just lives at the prow of the boat.
A quick penny whistle solo for us. There we go.
This mystical music is not brought to you by Sirenscape, but the stuff you can hear in the background, our lovely theme song, is brought to you by Sirenscape, a tool set that you can use to...
Our theme song, not brought to you by the Sirenscape.
Okay, theme song hosted by on Sirenscape, but not brought to you by Sirenscape.
1,000 hit points?
Thank you, Wes, from Arcane Anthems.
There we go. But it is playing to you live from Sirenscape, a tool set that you can use to infuse your... Shoot! Dang it, I had this and then I lost it. Game!
Birthday party.
Session!
Bar mitzvah.
Life! With wonderful sounds such as this.
Wow.
It's wonderful.
I thought that was you with your... Oh, God, that's okay.
Sirenscape, not a sponsor. All right.
I just look at this camera every time. I'm so used
Every
to
single
it.
time. This is the camera that Joe looks to, but it's over there now. All right. Today, unfortunately, we are missing our beloved ranger, Kylan. Miles, we hope you feel better.
Did you just...
Little hearts.
Oh, I thought you gave him a middle finger.
No, little hearts. Little hearts from us.
Oh, I thought
See you,
this was
bitch.
No.
Miles, we did tell us he would be watching tonight and in the chat.
I've
So
known Miles since we were like 3 years old.
he's not here yet. So
Last week, your ship came grinding to a halt as ice flowed out like water, crunching up the side of your ship and holding it fast. Upon investigation, you discovered that while the ice was most likely magical in nature, once it finished its approach, it became inert and was just regular, albeit very thick, ice. Some progress was made at chipping the ship away from the ice, but unfortunately not enough to get you back and moving. When you decided to go tell your patron of this fact, as well as the empty crates in the hold, you discovered that the patron was not present in his usual capacity in the captain's quarters. Phoebe went to go check around the other side, only to have a bit of a time alone. A little flashback. As she looked off into the fog, and nothing happened. Nothing at all. When the crew finally burst their way into Afern's office, also known as the captain's quarters, they were greeted with an empty room and trashed flowers, which greatly upset Chopa.
It was such a sin.
And cleaning up the debris, Chopa discovered, or rather, Maelstrom discovered, the body of their patron, newly dead. Yale taking control and urging our heroes to find the culprit. They also went downstairs to antagonize the wizards to maybe heat up the ship a little bit faster and get this thing moving.
It's called diplomacy.
Very diplomatic. You also found out that the gremlin you captured had been crushed under crates because when you're tied up, you can't really brace yourself when the ship comes to a sudden screeching halt.
You mean Kylan crushed him with Warhammer and then also smudged the blood of this gremlin somehow on Chopa's hands?
I know how the murderer is.
Convincing Chopa that Kylan indeed murdered everyone.
And kind of suspicious that Kylan's not here.
Can't defend himself.
no, a little weird. Spread some rumors real quick.
Further investigation led to the discovery of 2 new runes on the ship, as well as the discovery that Aefern was indeed murdered by an invisible stalker summoned by someone on this vessel. During an impromptu performance to raise everyone's spirits by Choppa, which was fine, but also a good cause for drinking.
What was it called? The eggnog jig?
Yeah.
Festive.
Kylan pulled the wizard intern Mayfield aside to have a little drink, to apologize.
It was romantic.
It was romantic. To apologize for the poor introduction and to lend an ear to his troubles and also to pickpocket him.
I don't know what you're
That
talking
was not
about.
cute.
Maelstrom grabbed a notebook out of Mayfield's
Allegedly.
pocket, dimension doored to the crow's nest, which is now becoming very crowded, and proceeded to read the private thoughts of Mayfield as he observed everyone on the crew, presumably for better conversation. And that's where we are today.
Giving my dice some Christmas spirit.
Christmas. Oh, that's nail. Is that?
For nails?
Yeah, so one thing I've learned in my quest of DMing is that nail art supplies scale really well in a lot of ways to D&D stuff for like a lot of things. So like,
Not a sponsor.
not a sponsor. What?
The concept of nail art, not a
I'm
sponsor.
literally gonna do my nails tomorrow morning
Yeah.
and use all this.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
I have to do my nails for tomorrow anyway,
There you
so
go. Yeah, yeah.
perfect.
Anyway,
Multiple.
sorry.
Sirenscape. The digital tool set.
So, if we focus back up, the party continues into the evening when the torches are then extinguished and people start heading to bed and the night watch begins. Maelstrom, do you show anyone your discovery?
My discovery being this notebook.
This notebook.
I mean, as far as I can tell,
We're up in the crow's nest. Yeah.
I was like gonna go up there, but
I think I was up there as well, right?
you dimension doored yourself there.
Oh yeah, and it's actually going to be kind of tough for me to get down. I didn't really think about that, but as far as I can tell, within this notebook, all it really is some guy trying to not be socially awkward, right? Yeah, I'll just keep it to myself.
We, the players, know that Kylan learned something pretty important in the last session, but I don't know if Kylan himself has had an opportunity to tell anybody.
No, I'm not.
I don't believe so.
We're hanging out up there.
Phoebe is very, like, she's like ruffling her feathers, in annoyance.
Standing next to you.
Yeah.
Looking around from this vantage point, is there anything out in like view around us?
Give me a perception check.
Okay. 16.
With a 16, you note that the fog around the ship is thick and seemingly impenetrable, except for a small point to the north, almost as if a pathway has opened up amongst the fog. The night sky is clear, but the mist is dense.
Is there anything changing with the ice? Does that seem to be like cracking or melting? Does this seem to be the wizard's work?
The ice is definitely cracking, but not quite enough to shift the ship. You can kind of feel yourself rocking back and forth, but the ice up the sides still holds.
Okay.
Is the ice still 5 feet down from the edge?
You can definitely still get on the ice without harm.
I'm up in the crow's nest. You're a little leg down on the bottom.
Chopa
I know,
is
it's
the only
just
one who
me.
can get. Chopa and Phoebe are the only one who can get onto the ice without harm.
Reliably. I'm going to take the book out of my coat and I'm just going to pass it over to Phoebe because I trust Phoebe the most. And I'm just
Standing
going to
right
say,
there. Do I see all of this happening?
yeah,
Take
it's
it in
not,
her
it's not hidden.
Talon.
I don't know if there's anything important here. It doesn't seem to be. But I'll just give it to Phoebe, and then I will. I'll make my way down very carefully, keeping in mind that I can hover 10 feet if I need to. It's not. I feel like it'll still hurt to fall, but I can catch myself a little bit.
Athletics check.
I can't see what face you're making behind the mask, so
That's not great.
He's eyeing. It's the face that you make when you get too close to somebody.
you're physically
The
leaning.
face that you make when you get too close to
Yeah,
something.
that's whatever's happening behind
Maelstrom.
this mask right
Yes.
You attempt to climb down the rigging.
I'm trying to read the book.
now. I understand
About
that.
partway down, you're unaccustomed to strenuous activity. Arms and legs begin to fail. And also begin to catch on a section of rigging that's not quite rigged up as tightly as it should be, leading to you tripping and
What is this called rigging?
and dangling
Because it's rigged.
upside down. Not hurting yourself in a fall, but stuck in the rigging.
Okay.
I'll get you, Maelstrom. Just let go.
I can't let go. My foot's like, I'm imagining my foot is almost like lassoed at this point, and so I'm going to look down at the egg.
As our
Far
like
down
faces.
is he?
It's got about a good 20 feet. If the rope breaks, it's gonna hurt.
20 feet, you said?
So like down to
don't like that.
about here?
Yep.
Okay.
I suppose one of us should help him.
I'm gonna jump down.
I'm gonna need an athletics or an acrobatics check from you two.
Of course.
Can I see him coming down? Oh man, I'm gonna. I don't know if I have a dagger. I'm pretty sure I do. I'm gonna try to just cut the rope. I don't want to get hurt. Yeah, so I'm just gonna try to cut myself.
Yeah, go for it.
Cool. What kind of roll is this
That's
here?
an attack roll. It's just the dagger.
That's. Oh man, I'm danning it over here.
Athletics
That's not great.
acrobatics.
That's gonna be like a. Oh boy.
Athletics. 12.
A 12?
3.
What, you have minus?
Yeah.
You take
I'm
your
a
dagger and you
sorcerer.
try
I'm
to
good at
like
magic, not
curl up
anything else.
to get to the rope to saw your boot up, but again, the core not quite there. You don't really need it for casting magic. And eventually you fumble your dagger and you watch as it sticks.
Chopa, watch out.
Oh shit.
Chopa dodges to the side as a dagger sticks point down into the boards of the ship. Soge.
Yep. So I'm gonna just, while I'm like pooping my pants,
Yep.
casually,
Not in the crow's nest.
just like step off of the side to just land perfectly underneath and being like, oh god, I hope this fucking works.
Well, that is the intent, Soge, but you do miss.
Okay.
And the two of you wind up dangling from the rigging together.
Oh.
I'll turn and I'll say,
Clowns.
Lord Soge.
Phoebe's gonna like best as a small little owl type creature can go like this. Like, and she's gonna just fly down, be like, do you require assistance? And then before they can say anything, she's gonna take out her little vicious dagger and just
That would be most appreciated.
Yeah.
Thank you, Phoebe.
Kylan wants to help and try to catch anyone who's fallen. No problem.
You each take 6 points of bludgeoning damage from your fall.
Good. Perfect. That's a
As you
10th of my
land
health.
on the ground below. Chulpa, directly to your right stands Captain Yale Beltine.
Yeah.
Arms crossed, glaring down at the two of you. If y'all quite done playing in my rigging, I'd appreciate it if you just got back to work or got to, to sleep. Maybe just not, fooling around in my ship. Thanks.
Climbing back up.
That's not okay.
So you fall down and then just start climbing back up.
Yep. Without saying a word, but crying and like sniffling behind the mask.
Have you noticed a clearing in the fog ahead?
I have. It's wind currents, maybe, but something about this is strange.
Agreed.
What do you plan to do about it?
You're the captain. What
I'm
should
not
we do?
abandoning my ship, and frankly, it seems more of your purview as to why we're stuck here. Perhaps you should look into it.
Has anyone gone out onto the ice yet? I feel like we can stand on it.
Your cohort, Kylan, did kind of take a few swings at it, and it seemed like he did an all right job.
Are the divots that from Kylan's weapon still in ice?
Still there.
I'm not gonna do it yet.
You're in the crow's nest, buddy.
I'm gonna look up. Do I see Soge?
Yeah.
Standing back at the top here, just like looking out,
He's got his pose
kind of
going.
crying a little bit, but you can't tell from that far away.
Always, always. I
And
feel like everyone who knows Soge just assumes it.
like, is it just like white flat landscape as far as we can see around us?
Give me a perception check.
That's a 14, but I'm gonna use the thing where I can notice.
Do you have special eyes even in this character mode?
Flash of genius.
What do you see with your special eyes?
It's to point out hidden creatures or objects. I think it's investigation is for objects, perception is for hidden creatures and beings and stuff.
Yeah, you're observant.
Let me see. Other.
The Christmas hat on top of the pirate
It's
hats.
too much.
It's a lot.
So much.
There's many layers to your costume, and every week it gets more elaborate.
It just keeps happening.
Maybe while he's doing that, Phoebe, having kind of like flipped through the little book, would anything have jumped out to Phoebe as particularly important?
You look through, there are notes on some of the different members of the crew. Don't get in the way of Cor the cook's soups when she's really deep into cooking. She might slice a finger off. Stay out of the way of Dolquin. He's violent and mean and isn't a great conversationalist. What are you looking for in particular?
Well, Maelstrom handed it to me and said, probably not much important in here, but why don't you look? So I was like, okay, we've been trying to solve this mystery, right? So I'm assuming that he handed it to me to see whether there's anything about the mystery in here.
Go ahead and roll an investigation check. It'll determine how much information and the sussing out.
8.
Like, there's notes on everyone here. There's notes on you guys. Phoebe, your page in particular lists one word, and it's just owl? Question mark?
She closes it really quickly when she sees that. And yeah. Are you ready? Do you want to finish up here?
Oh yeah, it's just bonus action to make a perception check to spot a hidden creature or object.
You also look out into the mist, and what you see, you don't quite see the pathway that Maelstrom was able to see, but you do notice a swirling in the mist out in the distance. Something is disturbing it. Along the same direction.
Beyond just like the wind.
It's seems to be very localized. Not if it were just wind, it's a very tiny wind,
like a little cyclone.
a little tiny cyclone. You also, I'd say, with your roll, see that it's not just flat. It seems there's some sort of glacial hill off in the distance.
What time is it roughly?
Right now it's about 1 a.m.
Okay, so it's pretty dark out.
Yeah, it's very dark.
We were
You
all
have
kind
the-
of gearing up for a long rest, maybe, but
You do have the light of the moon
Right.
because it's a clear night.
Reflecting off of the snow.
Mist. Dense fog.
Magic.
Would the little cyclone, does it seem like it's something that could grow to become an issue if it, because like big flat area, it's kind of picking up. Is that just going to turn into a full-on blizzard?
So it's not like a cyclone. It's just the disturbance in the mist is so small that if it were to be wind, it's just like
Okay, so it's not going to turn into a giant-ass blizzard.
it's certainly not a. It doesn't seem natural.
yeah, we don't. It could be like an
It seems like
individual
something
causing
is
it.
like disturbing the natural flow of the mist moving around. Yeah.
Thank you.
Phoebe is gonna. She's followed Maelstrom back down because she only went up to the crow's nest to talk to him. So now he was like, boom, 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 boom. She's gonna kind of like do her best to sneak the book back into his pocket, and just say, nothing worth knowing there.
Don't give that diary back. Don't do it.
I'm just. I did it already.
Oh, fuck.
Go ahead and roll a sleight of hand.
Sleight of claw.
Sleight of talent.
Yeah. 17. Thanks, Tyler.
All right.
So then Phoebe is gonna look around for Kylan because, like, you know, it kind of, to her, it feels like it's time to all reconnoiter together because we all just went off in different directions.
I feel like Kylan would be escorting Mayfield back down to the wizards, and after you've returned the book, he brings him downstairs, and you catch him on the way up.
All right.
All right. I love you very much. Good night.
We can have breakfast tomorrow.
You've been a good wizard. Okay.
And Phoebe's gonna say, so what did everyone learn? You got a book, I know.
This was Mayfield's book, right? Mm-hmm. Mayfield seems to be poor at people, and this book notes to improve.
Go ahead and roll an investigation check.
Is that cocked?
It looks cocked to me.
Cocked.
Okay. Investigation is going to be 12.
So this was a check to see if you remembered the things that I told you. Just the note about Mortrim and his amulet. Most warlocks of Umberlee carry some token to indicate their patron, and it is usually made of sea glass.
Right.
Mortrim's is made of yew wood.
Right. And so that I will point out. Bet you didn't think of that, Phoebe. No, I'll
Wow.
Harsh to your own party.
I'll swing it open and I'll kind of point that out, and I'll mention that this is, relatively atypical of a Amberlean. What's the word that you use to describe a worshiper of Amberley?
Amber.
Umberlin. No.
It's Umber.
Umberleo.
Hey there, Umberleos! I'm here streaming live.
Ambrose and
A worshipper of Umberlee.
Most Umberleos have sea glass, and
that's
this
canon.
potentially imposter Umberleo
Please no.
seems to have.
Brilliant.
Just play to yourself.
Okay. You said it's made of yew then instead of,
Yes.
that seems more akin to, well, I mean Hannah knows, but like, would Phoebe know?
A real magic user, yes.
Sure.
You can give me an Arcana check if you'd like.
I don't want to cheat, Kara.
Don't cheat. Please don't.
15.
Yeah, you know.
Okay. I've known druids that have carried spellcasting foci made of yew. You don't think?
Possibly.
I don't know what to think. Lord, is okay with us yet?
I'm still up at the.
So you get the fuck down here. Stop pouting. My God, we're whiner.
I'm keeping watch.
No, there's nothing to see up there. It's full of fog.
There's something over there.
Is there?
Yes, actually.
What is it?
Why don't you
It's,
come down? Oh, okay.
Come down here.
I'll come down and tell you.
It's like 1 a.m. It sounds like somebody from below decks is quite irate with all of the shouting.
I'm gonna thaumaturge the door, just slam it shut.
I'm going to heroically yet cautiously try to make my way down.
Give me that acrobatics check.
I'm gonna pointedly watch to make sure that there's at least one person watching.
Can't fuck up again. Probably can. This time it's an 11.
Can I help in a way that won't cost me resources? Ooh, I can thunder wave right when he lands.
Are you gonna attack him right when you land,
no.
you jerk?
Well, no,
All right.
you know, just,
You gotta pick 2.
Oh boy.
Oh, yes, I love this game.
I know, yeah. I like it when I'm not the person picking anything.
Number 1. You can take 12 points of falling damage.
Oh,
Okay.
Become prone.
Okay.
Or number 3.
Do it at the end of every day.
Tell us about the time that you did that in front of your crew.
Did that?
Yeah. This specifically.
I think. Oh, so like as it's happening, not the last time that it happened.
No,
Yes,
the last time.
it happened,
know
like
that-
in front of.
Because the last
Lord.
time in front of. Oh.
Is this when
Well,
he
I
broke
already
both his
told this
legs?
story. It was the same story as when I got super drunk and fell out of the crow's nest and almost died.
Not the time you were drunk. The time you were sober.
oh dear.
Alright, I'm gonna be. Ooh, but I don't want to look prone in front of people.
Oh my god, the pride is overflowing.
Alright.
You'd rather like
Can I
sprain your
take-
ankle?
Can I take 50 points of fall damage to land stock straight? And just all the back through your knees, your spine, your whole spine just compresses.
It's gonna be. 12 is
Instant
enough for that.
fusion.
Okay, so I'm gonna take the 12.
Okay.
And, but then everyone knows that. That's a 12 and prone. 12 and prone.
All right. You all watch as Soge kind of does a land.
Do like a
that-
swan dive, but then fuck up the spin.
He tries to spin down and he lands, but he lands on both legs so neatly that he just collapses and you hear a
Oof.
Oh, your knees.
as he rolls one of his ankles.
Fine landing, Lord Soge. Now come join us standing in the circle.
Amplified by the mask, that one.
We must talk about the Umbrolians.
You chose that one. You said, you know what, I'm gonna go for it.
This follower of Umberly, we need to discuss.
Super serious campaign.
Yeah, Maelstrom really wants to like haul Soge up, but Maelstrom's not strong enough.
Yes, the Umbrellas! Do I know much about them?
Go ahead and give
Lord
me,
Soge, why have you pushed yourself up into a sitting position like that?
give me a religion check.
Why are your legs faced in different directions?
Most unusual.
Do you have two knees?
How do you want it?
You're gonna be looking more lumpy than me by the end of this.
Soge, you had a follower of Umberly on one of your crews in the past. You are well aware of how this works. And indeed, Mordrim is a picture perfect match for those who follow the wonderfully merciful and just goddess of the seas.
Yes, the goddess of the seas is quite merciful and just.
Can I insight that? Like, is that okay? That's gonna be a solid, I think, 13. Oh no, 16. I'm proficient.
You want to go a deception check or just let him have it?
Yeah, I'm good. I know everything. I'm fucking Soge King.
From the land of the snipers knows all.
Oh my god. 8.
He knows all. Like I said,
Umber from the land of the Lees.
Total bullshit.
Yes.
Yeah.
Total bullshit.
Yes. Good mother sea. Never doing a harmful thing to anyone.
Quite the opposite.
Lord Soge,
Yes.
you mentioned something happening.
I point to the disturbance in the frost, the mist.
I'm gonna look. Can we see any disturbance from here?
Over yonder.
You saw it. Oh no, you saw that it was clearing.
Kind of like a clearing to it, yeah.
Kylan has an idea here when we're.
Yeah. You point off and you follow his direction, and it is in the direction of that corridor that it opened up.
Follow my nose, wherever it goes.
That's something I would follow.
Yale
I
said
trust that.
we should go investigate this, and with the wizards working on freeing the ship, we're not in danger of being left behind. So perhaps we should check out this disturbance. How do you feel about walking that distance right now, Lord Soge?
Perhaps it would be prudent if we waited until morning.
So that my legs can knit back together.
Because surely it will be easier when the sun is up.
Lord Soge, if you require a rest, we can take one.
Justice never rests.
Are you getting on your feet?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm doing it.
I'm gonna turn to the lightest member of our party as we are traversing the ice. Would you mind leading?
Why, I'd be honored. Happy to, actually. Let's do it.
The lack of light is not a problem for me. Happy to leave now, Soge, if that works for you. We're in agreement then.
Are you checking your stats to know whether or not we're gonna go?
Oh no, and I'm trying to figure out, like, is there a point where he doesn't let himself down? Nope, he's pride. It's all about the pride. He's
What
going.
does
Really not?
Kylan want to do? You just mentioned Kylan
Well,
wanting to do
so
something.
Kylan Miles has indicated that when he hears about this disturbance, he has something called Detect Portal, so he would want to try that out. I don't really know how it works though, but
Miles, if you could put in the chat how that works.
I believe within 100, if I remember off the top of my head, I think within 120 feet, you can sense a connection to like the Feywild. But if is he well, I don't know. If he is a Horizon Walker Ranger, I believe that is some element of that feature, but I can't remember what flavor of creature or
you detect
he's getting ready within 1 mile.
within 1 mile.
Yeah.
You can sense a portal that's currently open.
You can magically sense the presence of a planar portal
Within 1 minute.
within 1 mile.
So one that is currently open then.
Yes.
You can use this. You can't use it again until you finish a short or long rest. Blah blah blah.
So yeah, it has to be open.
So
I will say, if someone wouldn't mind rolling an Arcana check for Kylan.
what's your Arcana? I rolled a 5. I hope it's good.
Plus 20? My guess is not. Good.
Probably not. So I would say that Kylan kind of looks out across the horizon towards the direction that was indicated and kind of squints and thinks to himself, and that's it.
I'm going to use my second wind to get myself to my
There you go.
There
I
you
can
go.
heroically make my way off the ship. Blind and still crying because the tears are starting to kind of freeze up under the mask. So now I can't actually take it off because it's kind of frozen. So crying more about that because it's going to hurt when I do take the mask off. And, you know, just plowing ahead, just like, I'm gonna die.
That must be so gross on the inside.
Yep. As we're heading out, I think Psychic Whispers, the telekinetic connection, is already running, but I'm just gonna refresh it so that it starts over and lasts a few more hours.
Wonderful.
I'm going to drum my fingers on my arm as the somatic component to mage armor as I continuously cast it and drift 10 feet above the ground.
Greatest waste of magic. All right.
Cast it at will, and yeah.
If you would please grab your minis, I'm going to move the ship.
Where is it?
What is this little
I got Phoebe.
Oh, that was just a gift from.
Where's
It's the lobster sludge from Cowboy Bebop. That's what that is. That made it onto the ship.
Oh man, the multi-part drone that you guys destroyed before it became a drone.
Samad?
That was kind of based off the chasing something through the ship.
Yeah.
And Cowboy Bebop.
Oh, so fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, the fucking lobster in the fridge.
Yeah.
So
That was a
pretty cool.
fun where everyone gets sick and then miraculously lives somehow.
The
at the
Ganymede
end.
rock lobster.
Yeah.
Apron just fell into the party city bag.
Oh, no.
Bye,
Party
friend.
time.
He's had his last party.
All right.
Is Kylan coming with us?
I would assume so.
Okay.
Unless he wants to stay and have a night with
Mayfield
What's his name?
does.
Mayfield, yeah.
Oh my god, maybe they go to bed together.
Miles, just let
That's
us know.
Like, wait, where's Kylan? And we have to go door to door and then to Mayfield's door.
Yeah, he's coming.
You listen
Okay.
for a little bit and you go, oh, Kylan's not coming.
I mean, he is, but he's not coming with us.
Gross.
Nice family-friendly show.
Where is
This
where's
has never
Kylan's
been
mini?
family friendly.
Where is Kylan's mini?
Probably
It's still on the ship. Can we have Kylan just run in a circle around us, just orbit us in a 60-foot radius, continuously taking exhaustion points, but to give us a nice peripheral.
Was this him, the little dwarf?
Yeah.
But he's not a dwarf, right? He's a
No,
human.
no, he's a human.
Okay.
I feel like, I should probably have him in the back.
Phoebe's gonna kind of fly ahead, scouting very silently, and every once in a while loop back around.
Phoebe, go ahead and give me a perception check as you all make your way across the ice.
Lord. Perception? 8. This die is going to dice jail.
The fog kind of clouds your vision. Now that you are ice level, it's much thicker here, and you all are having trouble navigating in the fog.
Looking off to the left and the right, I just want to keep an eye on the sides, not the back or the front.
Would you also like to give me a perception
Yeah.
check?
I feel like I would be leading,
18.
even though
Even though you shouldn't be.
I should be.
That's fair enough.
Phoebe's kind of flying above all of you, giving a few lookouts. Soge, strangely, trying to take the lead, limping along the way. His
Very heroically.
very heroically limping. Maelstrom, you look to the sides and you do notice that as you're going along, the mist seems to be parting around you. So in your immediate vicinity, the mist is kind of opening up.
Does that feel like multiple choice? Does that feel like an environmental effect, an arcane effect, or an intelligent effect?
It's a really intelligent effect.
You want to give me an Arcana check
Yeah, I do.
This is
or a nature check
the Santa Claus.
or a perception
Puzzle
check?
from
Actually, no,
yesterday.
perception already rolled.
Yeah, I already said Arcana. That's a +0 for a 3.
Wow, bummer.
Yeah.
Yikes.
I mean, I don't have to learn about magic. I just do it.
It's probably just the force of your steps. The mist itself fears the name of Maelstrom.
Fair enough.
That's what you get when you roll a 3. Hubris.
Can I hear anything? You may also do a perception check. Oh, wow. Okay, well,
How far away?
that was a 5.
You hear the sounds of your own footfalls.
As I'm like looking around, I'm just drifting in front of your eyes, and my coat is just right in front.
How far away are we from where I perceive the disruptive?
It's gonna take you maybe at least an hour if you were moving at normal speed. The ice, however, is incredibly slippery. There are some snow drifts once you get further in. So you are moving at half speed now. This is difficult terrain.
Okay. I guess just continuing forward into the frost blindly
right.
and terrified. But just kind of resigned to being.
Maelstrom is definitely just thinking like, wow, Lord Soge is like walking the walk now. Like actually
Soge is just
taking the
like-
lead.
Walking there like this, just like, this is how I die. I'm done. I'm
You
dead.
just
This is
salt
it.
bay the.
This is it. I'm gonna freeze to get here, so I'm gonna get eaten by whatever's out there. And this is it. And I'm all done.
And because we're all telekinetically connected, Phoebe at the very least is receiving this internal monologue, perhaps.
I want to say,
Maybe she's learned to tune it out by now.
All right.
Hopefully she has learned to tune it out by
This is
now.
how I die.
You've been walking for about an hour. As we have reached a new hour, I would love a group perception check.
Right there.
Can I seek
Wow,
out hidden
where's this dice
objects
trash
or
can?
features?
Now, ma'am.
is there the dice trash
No,
can?
dice printed.
I just rolled a
man.
fucking 2
Yeah.
for
and
4.
I still haven't
Not being very
rolled
generous
above
tonight.
single
Oh,
digits.
fuck
Nice.
this.
Okay, so once more, because we're all talking at once. 16,
14.
14,
15.
15,
4.
4.
Do you need more
So
dice?
that thankfully is higher than it's a 50-50. So I will say, Phoebe, you are a little distracted by Soge's thoughts of death and dying and freezing in this cold wasteland.
Really upsetting.
Chopa, you've found a lovely snowflake has landed on like your cloak, and you just kind of like, it looks really good, man.
Yeah, like tries to preserve it. Like also while having the like pot of flowers under their jacket, they've got this snowflake that they're also trying to protect now.
But Maelstrom and Solgaking, you notice some features have appeared that are vaguely distinctive in the mist, and have also the mist has also begun to dissipate a little bit. But you hear scratches and rustling from behind the ice features as you are walking.
Behind these ice
Mm-hmm.
features.
I'm gonna bump Kylan with my elbow and just say, Kylan, there's sounds coming from behind there.
Taking out the trusty old slingshot and just getting ready.
Mentally, am I able to just like fire thoughts at you through this link?
Yeah, you can talk to me, and then if you want
I would like
to talk to the
seek
group,
out
I can.
Any hidden creatures or objects with
Phoebe.
a perception check.
How high can you fly?
You do sense
Probably
that
pretty
there's
high.
a few out there.
Why? How high do you need me to go?
Can you see what's on the other side of this without putting yourself in danger?
Definitely. And with a whoosh, Phoebe kind of like launches herself as high as she needs to be to see on the other side, and she's going to try to do so in a stealthy manner.
Go for it.
While that is
What am I rolling?
happening,
Stealth?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, there we go. 27.
nice.
I'm so excited for these minis, guys.
All right, here they
They're so
come.
cute. How come all of the miniatures in your horror campaign are adorable?
They're so adorable.
Yeah.
Stop.
Like if this is an apocalypse, like we're living in the right time.
Oh, they're so ugly cute.
Yeah.
Pug looking yuck.
What do their
Cuties.
faces look like?
They're like they look like almost not a sponsor but Murlocs from World of Warcraft. Yeah.
Not get the reference.
Oh man, they look just like them but fuzzy. Oh, they're so cute. They have spears. Do they really have spears? Mm-hmm. Oh, I like that. That's
Look at how cute they are.
Except when you think about the scale of it, like one of those could just eat you, Phoebe.
Yeah, very, very much. But I'm very high up in the
Yeah,
air.
that's
so.
true. Although our egg is not.
I think this is the time to load up one of them's magic beans.
Ah, the long-awaited beans. Here we go.
Do any of us get like a sinking feeling?
Phoebe definitely a strange sinking feeling as you see Soge reach into his pouch and grab a bean. And all of you
Very
roll
carefully,
initiative.
Very quietly pulling it back.
Oh no.
How, once you get a second, how high up am I? Because if it's more than like 60 feet, I need to.
You're about 20 feet above the ground.
Okay.
All right. Does anyone have a natural 20? No. Theme of the evening. 15 to 20.
17.
30-20.
Dirty 20.
Okay.
Good job. Okay. 17 for Chopa. 10 to 15.
14.
14 for Phoebes. 5 to 10.
7.
Okay. Not bad for a magic caster.
I mean, I would like to. I'm like pretty fragile.
I have Kylan's sheet here, so we can roll for him.
Okay, nice. All right.
Would you mind rolling for it?
No. Oh, right. Initiative. That's. 15 for Kylan.
Well done. All right. Soge. You load up a bean. I'm gonna load up other stuff.
So with my
Non-bean magic.
perception to see, did I notice this one that is above the rocks? Or did I notice this one?
I'd say you heard more than saw.
Okay. Can I see any of them at this moment?
I'd say once Phoebe kind of psychically points out to all of you the number of them out there, yes.
Okay. I am going to use my steady aim to give myself advantage as a bonus action.
All right.
I'm going to, using the magic bean as ammo, fire a shot at this little gremlin right there.
Okay.
I've been waiting for this moment since I videotaped the argument that you guys had weeks ago. I want to know how this plays out so fucking badly!
Alright.
Wait no longer.
With advantage.
God, we're close.
Alright. That's good so far.
Close for bad beans.
Alright. That's very good. With a 26.
All right.
And I believe I can use my sharpshooter feat to -5 to that to gain +10 to the damage of that
Fantastic.
attack.
That certainly will do it.
And
But what are the repercussions
Yeah.
going to be? Are the question. am I gonna take damage?
They're
'Cause you
vulnerable
used
to
the
legumes.
Does it go from ice to water?
I think I'm
We all
also
Ooh.
going to use one of my arcane shots
Not me.
to make this
Or me, actually.
a
Get hover 10 feet above the wall.
Just
Gonna make it
provide
a-
Kylan or like
an enfeebling arrow on the one that I hit.
Okay.
Okay. So does all of this happen?
All of this, enfeebling arrows are safe.
Yes. So it gets hit by it and takes extra damage, and it must also succeed on a con saving throw, or the damage dealt by its weapon attacks is halved until the start of my next turn.
Oh, cool.
I'm fairly certain that a 23 is good.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay, but it still takes the damage.
It does still take the
so-
damage.
Actually, it needs more.
This is bean damage?
Yeah, this is
Oh, man.
All right.
Bean damage.
enfeebling arrow.
So
wow, there's so many dice in your dice bin, and then
careful
you
with
just
your
dump out
dice bag.
more.
It's gonna hit.
Well,
one of them.
he cleaned out his dice bin
I'm gonna
because
need
there
it
were
for
too many
damage
obstacles
here.
in there.
Alright.
What's the radius of your beam?
I thought it was
The
like
radius is, I
30.
believe, 10 foot.
Oh, that's much smaller than I
10-foot
thought.
radius?
Way better. Okay.
10 foot radius? Yeah.
You were nervous over here.
Yeah, so in my brain, for some reason, I had that when
Yeah,
things
no,
go
it's
wrong,
not
it's like a
super bad.
60-foot radius in which they go wrong. And so I was
No.
like, wow, so good, Phoebe, you're all close there.
It's like, it should get just like these two guys.
Okay.
I believe.
All right.
Let me just double check that it's not 15 because it would hit that guy if it's 15. But yeah, we're gonna go with 10 for now.
Okay.
Alright, so am I just rolling a bunch of damage for this?
Yeah.
Alright, this is a lot of damage.
Potentially.
I mean, it's a lot of dice for a lot of damage.
Yes.
Alright, not great to start, but that's just the base damage. Now we got the sneak attack damage. Alright, that's better. And then we got plus the 2d6 for the enfeebling arrow. Alright, so that's 20, okay, plus plus the 10 extra damage for using the sharpshooter, plus, oh my god, there's so much fucking shit I have to add on this. Then, alright, so that's, sorry, this is a lot.
Math rocks time.
There's so much math here. Alright, so it's 34 damage to the first guy before the fire damage from the bean effect.
Ooh.
Pre-bean.
Pre-bean explosion.
Damn.
Wow.
That's direct.
Save some back
That's
ups in there.
kinetic bean damage.
I'm looking for the bean specific.
That's the missile hasn't exploded yet. It's just pierced through an individual. Wow.
Now, every creature within a 10-foot radius extending from the beam must make a DC 15 Dex saving throw and take 5d4 fire damage on a failed save or half as much on a successful. The fire ignites flammable objects in the area that aren't being worn or carried. So, 5d4 on these things.
My dude fails.
I feel like this dude popped up, let out a war cry, and the beam went straight into his throat. Just lodged itself in the back of his skull and then erupted in flames.
So the one in the radius fails. The targeted one does not.
Okay, cool. So the one in the radius takes 12 points of fire damage,
Okay.
and the other one takes 6 points of fire damage. For a total of 40 damage. Oh shit, plus the dragon wing bow to the first guy is also going to get an extra d6 of radiant damage from the bow.
My god.
Alright, well, so again, do you just want to take them all off? on here?
That's
I feel like-
another 2 points of radiant damage.
You like
guy.
put the bean in there and you sprinkle a little something and then like smeared a little something
Not
else.
saying a word. I gotta recoup some pride from falling earlier.
Yeah,
Gotta
damn.
gotta look good.
I wish you had all that shit.
Well done.
And that about does it for me.
Fantastic. You gonna stay where you are?
My steady aim means
That's
that I
right. You cannot move. All right. You all watch. The mist has begun to part, and you have a clear view of this battlefield now. You watch as Soge, the thing that you hit, begins to suck in a breath. You see its cheeks puff out, and it begins to get rounder and bigger. Its arms grow. You also see the one farthest over there with amongst the rocks. Yes, that one there. He also begins to grow larger and larger. These are now large creatures.
Oh, damn it.
Don't like that.
Does the fire
Durgar.
do extra damage to them? Or the radiant or any of the...
You don't believe so.
Okay. Or the necrotic.
So, the one on the left moves towards you, Soge, as he clambers over the rocks. The one that you hit, sorry.
This one.
My left. He moves 30 feet.
Does he have a climb speed?
I mean, he's big now.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, just steps down off it.
Here?
Mhm.
That's 5, so go with 30.
All right. And he kind of raises his weapon at all of you, and then you get the sense that the voice would be a lot higher pitched if he was smaller. And then the other one comes around the rocks and moves 30 feet. There, right about there. Because he has to go around them. Can't step over the ones. There's no foothold. All right. Unfortunately, that's all I can do because I'm far away from you guys.
They're tiny, little legs.
They're big balls.
How bad is this one looking that I just hit?
He's a little singed.
Oh my god, I put all of my power.
The tears are freezing in your eyes.
Jolpa, that's you. And Kylan is on deck. I've got
Going
Kylan's
to
Ready?
So they're coming at us. I'm going to hold my action until they get to me.
All right.
And if they get to me, I'm going to attack.
Okay. What is Kylan up to?
Kylan has instructed me to pull aggro, so he wants to get up to close to the next one. He's gonna if he can't get there with his full movement, he's gonna misty step. So he just bamps right into his face and then do a double attack with his hammer, which is called Dusk Crusher.
Dusk Crusher. And when he does a little misty step,
Busted.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Later.
Sorry, Miles. So that's gonna be 11 to hit.
For some reason, as he misty steps into the space, snow immediately just blows into his eyes, and he kind of swings and misses. Doesn't know where this sparkly snow came from, but it. Poof,
All right, so then he's gonna use a second attack. That's better. 23 to hit.
But quickly he overcomes it and swings his hammer and connects right in the cheek of this giant mouth, essentially.
All right, so that's gonna be 12 radiant damage.
Lovely. All right. Hannah, while you're over here, it's Phoebe's turn.
All right. Well, Phoebe is also going to use steady aim, perched on her little movable rod.
Like the Pokemon view.
How long is it a movable rod?
I'm sure there is an actual answer to that.
I believe it's a 3-foot long rod.
Because you will have to go. You will have to fly down.
Will I?
You're 20 feet in the air.
It's a flat iron rod with a button on one end.
Did you come back?
Is it? How big?
I can be 20 feet in the air and sit. I'm confused. Why is it a problem that I'm 20 feet in the air?
If you're using your immovable rod, what are you putting the immovable rod on?
It just hovers.
Does it hover?
Yeah.
When you click it into place, it just stays. That's the whole
Yeah,
thing.
that's why.
So if you like go behind a door,
You
can
learn
just
new
click
things
it, and
every
the
day,
people can't
folks.
open the door.
That's why I took it, because she uses it in
Never-
literally anywhere to
You
be
know-
able to perch.
Floating stick.
Never mind.
It's so
I'm
cool.
giving you a wonderful gift.
If
then.
you-
Giving me a wonderful
If you have 2 of them, you can just climb mountains. It's
Yeah.
amazing, yeah.
Fantastic.
Okay, so Phoebe does indeed perch on her rod 20 feet in the air, and she's gonna launch a psychic dagger at the one
I
that
love that you're sitting in the air and fighting.
at the one that Kylan is standing next to.
Who's the guy in Mega Man? Dr. Eggman? Isn't that that's what this reminds me of? Like floating up in the cloud, just throwing things down.
Actually, no, sorry, I'm not going to use steady aim because that guy's already engaged with somebody. So I'm going to launch one psychic dagger at him. That's a nat 20.
Nice. Is that a sneak attack too? Because it's engaged already. Damn! Look at that.
Okay. And I'm also going to use psionic strike. I'm not going to forget that. So that is all right. 1d6 plus 2 more, and then also a d8.
I'm sticking away.
9, 10,
I got a couple.
11, so 22, 29, 32 damage. On the first hit, and then
That's gonna
yes.
kill this dude, right?
This dude, 0 intelligence, 80 constitution. Walking around with like just the numbers go off the screen in a video game. Yeah.
And then as a bonus action, I'll throw a second dagger.
Polymorphed black.
16 to hit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
And that's gonna be 10 additional psychic damage.
Lovely. He's looking a bit bloodier than when Soge first attacked him. He looked singed before, but now he's singed and bloody.
Nice.
All right. So that is the other 3 guys.
Snowblood.
So the 2 move forward their speed, so that's 1, and they stop at about 25, so they stop at the base of that hill. The other one hiding behind the rocks. Oh, yes.
Yep, sorry.
Where's it going?
I can
Forward 25 feet. Right there. It's gotta go around the rocks.
Oh yes. And then this guy goes.
Oh no, this one
No,
is
there
falling
we
off.
Oh, there. Okay, good. Oh, his base.
He's falling off.
Oh, he needs more sticky tack. He broke. My cat really enjoys minis, and she'll like
That's fair.
push them over anytime. she
Oreo's so good. He'll come over. He'll lick,
I like
but he
this
won't
one
touch.
too.
Good boy.
That's what happens when you walk away.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Nice.
All right.
Dude, they are such good minis. Ugh.
Let's see. That's what's Kylan's armor class?
17.
I don't like
All
it.
right.
Oh, but he's wearing a cloak of displacement, so attacks against him have disadvantage until he gets hit.
Cool. Either way, that's a swing and a miss. Phoebe, how about yours?
16.
All right. Phoebe, would you please roll me a d4?
Yeah. 4.
All right. You will subtract 4 from your attacks or saving throws until the end of this thing's next turn.
Yikes.
Attack rolls or damage?
Attack rolls. So it's an ability check type thing or saving throw. All right, and Soge, what is your AC?
Oh, great. 14.
All right, cool. The mist blows in front of you, and you do not catch this thing's eye. You are fine.
Is that the noise you make?
I think I'm like hidden because they can't see where I was because of my. If I'm lightly obscured by the snow, then I can be hidden. And,
No.
taking shots does not reveal my location though. If I miss.
The mist has. I have. That was more flavor.
And you
they
also,
just casually missed
you
you.
did also say that the mist had parted somewhat on
Yes,
the way.
had parted.
All right. That brings us to Maelstrom.
Okay.
And then Soge, you're back on deck.
So I can see everybody here really struggling. And as such, from my spot here, I'm going to. Can I have that template right there? I'm going to reach back my hand, and there's like a couple different rings and stuff on them. And any of the metallic components will start to heat up a little bit, and there would be crackles. And you can see elements of the clouds and sparks changing. Can I have the concentration status marker? I'm going to cast Storm Sphere. Ooh. And that is going to create a 20-foot sphere, and I'm going to say, Kylan, be strong. And I'm going to try... because I believe I can get over here 20-foot radius is huge. It's this whole thing. Without hitting Soge. Oh, and without hitting Kylan.
Hey, look at you go.
So I'm gonna get all of these guys, and it stays.
Oh, fantastic.
So, with that, as this, give me just one moment. I'm not used to casting spells. There's not a lot of spellcasters and adventures in Albrund up until the very last arc for me to play. So it's a 20-foot radius sphere of whirling air that swirls into existence. Centered on that point, every creature, so all 4 of those guys, need to make a strength saving throw. And that is against DC 16.
All right. The bloodied one fails. The one directly next to the bloodied one fails.
Okay.
The one next to that succeeds, so the one all the way in the back, those 3.
He's holding his little spear up. Yep, he's too strong.
And the 4th one succeeds, the other large one.
So the first 2 take 9, the other 2 take half, which is 4 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
And this whole 20-foot sphere is now difficult terrain as that wind pulls up the ice and the snow. And then, as my bonus action, I'm going to cause a bolt of lightning to leap out of the center towards one creature I can see within 60 feet of the center. And that's going to be the guy who is not actually in the cloud.
All right.
And he's going to have to make I have to make a ranged spell attack. That is not great. That is got too many sheets. 13 to hit.
That misses.
Okay. So this little bolt of lightning just crackles off, and then creatures within 30 feet of this sphere have disadvantage on perception checks made to listen because the wind is howling at this point. And my eyes glow as I concentrate on this spell, and it's gonna just hang out.
As a reminder, this is difficult terrain, so when you guys move, it's a half speed.
Through that, yeah.
Is it like a column, or like a dome? You know what I mean?
It's a sphere. So it's like
okay.
a sphere. It's like just within this ball, there is a maelstrom, you could say.
That's pretty good. So, if Phoebe could conceivably fly above the sphere and not have an issue. Okay.
So, yes, within the sphere, but also it's icy. Everything is difficult terrain.
Fair. That's a good point.
Yeah.
Including the wind.
So that's my action, my bonus action.
The wind is like extra difficult.
And I'm gonna fly like exactly on top of Chopa, and I can see Chopa just kind of like looking around, ready to strike, and I'm kind of hoping that this egg will protect me. Because I'm soft. That's my turn.
So okay, that's you.
Good turn.
That was a good turn.
Feel pretty good about it.
Alright. I'm gonna make some space between myself and the enemy. I can only move, I believe, 15 feet.
Mm-hmm.
5, 10, 15. And then I'm going to use my... what's this one called?
Dancer's Dilemma.
As a bonus action, I can make an insight check against a creature that I can see that isn't incapacitated, contested by the target's deception check. If I succeed, I can use my sneak attack against the target even if I don't have advantage on the attack roll, but not if I have disadvantage on it.
Okay.
For the next 1 minute until I use this feature again.
What is this called? Sly Flourish?
Insightful fighting.
Ah.
So I roll a deception,
Yes.
and you are going after.
I am going to go after the one that is not caught in this
Alright.
string that has just appeared.
You keep laughing at it.
You've been waiting for that one for
So
3
that's-
sessions.
Yeah.
My insight check. Insight. 25.
I got a 6.
Alright, so then I'm gonna attack that guy with my advantaged, well, not advantage, but still have the attack, the sneak attack bonus. And then I'm gonna make it a long shot too, so -5 to whatever I roll.
All right.
That's, natural 20.
Oh, there we go.
Ooh.
Beautiful.
Alright, double the sneak attack, baby!
That, yeah. Oh, devastating.
Alright,
This poor dude just hanging out in the corner, really taking the brunt.
double all dice.
Oh, I messed him with my
Alright, so that's... Alright, just let me do the sneak attack first. Actually, no, I'll do the first attack. 10 plus...
So many dice. Would you like more dice? I've got more dice here.
Enough dice.
Okay.
This is the sneak attack. Nice. That's a lot of 5s and 6s.
That's some nice dice.
Alright, so that's 17.
This tense music is just for math.
41
40.
points of damage.
That's just sneak
Oh,
attack?
plus 4. No, that's all of it.
Okay. So 45.
Yes.
All right.
5. Oh, plus the 10 from the long shot. So 55 points of damage.
This guy sees all of his friends just disappear in a storm, and he's like, oh, thank God. And then he just gets annihilated.
He looks over and
And that'll do it for Sunday carry.
all right. So that's the Biggins'
And I
turns.
have advantage, or not advantage, but sneak attack for free on him for the next turn.
Fantastic. So that's the Biggins' turns. The one on the right of me, a little closer to the one that's propping up that, yep. He's going to step forward out of the wind. All right, so he can move 20 more feet, please. There we go.
Remember, this is difficult terrain, even though not for just icy things for him. So this is difficult terrain because of the spell. Okay, cool.
So he had 30 feet and then difficult terrain and then 20 feet.
Gotcha. Gotcha. I see.
Difficult terrain and
All right, so Soge. Right, that's a miss. Wait, Wait, you said 17?
14.
14. Oh, never mind.
Yeah, I was gonna say you're about to become a soggy king right now.
You are a soggy king.
Uncanny dodge.
Remind me, uncanny dodge.
I'm having whatever damage comes from this attack.
Right. Man, I should.
Good use, good use. You have a feature for every single like possible scenario. It's like, oh man, I burnt my toast. Wait, once a day.
I really
He's
do
versatile.
love the-
Choose to not burn my toast.
I really love the build here.
Yeah. The Toastmaster build. What guild do you belong to? Let me tell you about this guild.
Toastmaster.
All right, so that's 16 points of slashing damage. As you see, he takes his spear, slashes across you.
But I do a sweet little backflip to
Justice!
and he ends up just slicing my stomach enough to be like, oh fuck, ow, but not bisecting.
And you begin to bleed,
I am bleeding.
and you take 6
own
points.
Also half because of my uncanny dodge.
Can you uncannily dodge your own bleeding?
Is it one? It's part of the same attack damage, though, right?
It's a bleeding effect.
Yeah, it's an effect, not the attack. Yeah.
Speaking of bleeding, do we have a bleed note thing?
No, that's not a status.
So we're just gonna give you this red, because red is blood.
The raging one?
No.
Yeah.
You know,
You know.
you're bleeding.
All right, you're bleeding. The other one, Kylan's right in front of him. Kylan's armor class, please.
17.
Cool. Well, the first is a nat
That's
1,
Nice.
and the second one is an 11, so that's not going to hit. Kylan deftly dodges out of the way despite being in this difficult terrain.
Maelstrom things. I'm helping.
All right.
Well, I think that Kylan was standing outside the difficult, like just outside of it.
Okay.
But this thing got adjusted a bit.
Yeah. There.
That brings us to Chopa, and Kylan is on deck, followed by Phoebe.
Gonna move through Soge because I'm a halfling here, and I'm going to stunning strike
Nice.
with one of my little darts here.
We're in the Arctic tundra. There's space completely on either side. You just go straight through. So
Yeah, no, so I was like, I'm not gonna move here. Oh,
hate to see it.
wow, that's a huge bummer. 11 to hit.
No.
All right, gonna try the stunning strike again. Wow, natural luck point. Gonna use the luck point to roll this.
Halfling luck.
Wow. Okay.
Oh,
This is so painful. 17.
A 17's going to do it, though.
Wow.
There you go. There you go.
Took a while.
That was
Maybe this guy could just.
mad stressful there for a second. Dang. So 8 points of damage on that one. And then I'm gonna flurry of blows.
Lovely.
Yeah.
What does it sound like when Chopa is like attacking people?
Like fists in the air. Well, I'm gonna say that they've got for the stunning strike, but that they missed on first. They had the dagger poking out through their
very good.
knuckles.
That would stun me.
Wow. Wow. Gonna use a not. No, I'm not gonna use another. It's not gonna hit.
It's over here.
It's that
13 to hit.
A 13 will not make it. You're nicked a little bit by that blade in your fingers.
Wow, fucking dumb. Well, he's stunned, so
He's
fuck
stunned.
this guy. That was so embarrassing. I hate this. Get rid of all. I'm just gonna pick out new ones.
Created a wall to keep myself
Dude,
safe.
I've got to get some bad juju over
I'd
here.
offer you some of mine, but mine have not been rolling any better.
I am not going to offer you any of mine. I guess I did technically.
One for the
Stunned, I believe. Is,
I own it.
You have to use other two.
And so,
Take whatever look this thing will give me tonight.
If you want, you can use this.
Is that your check?
Spooky eye dice that Dan got me
Yeah,
for
that's my
birthday.
whole turn.
All right.
Oh, this is like your original.
Kylan's turn.
Yeah.
All right, Kylan is going to use Planar Warrior as a bonus action.
Okay.
Or rather, I guess he's gonna like hit first because Planar Warrior is just on the damage, so he's gonna hit the guy in front of him. No. Sorry. 12 plus 9, 21.
21 will hit.
All right. So Planar Warrior kicks in, so it's going to be an extra 1d8 force damage. All right. So that's 13 damage.
All right.
I really wanted to know what Kylan's war cry kind of sounded like. I feel like it
let us
was
know
way
in
more
the chat.
friendly. I feel like it was much more just like,
Hello there.
yeah.
Oh, gosh.
Gentlemanly, I'm
Yeah.
going to kill you.
And then, is he still up? I assume.
Oh, yes.
All right, so he's gonna hit him again. Dirty 20 to hit.
Yep.
For 13 more damage.
Damn.
You can
Fantastic.
break up movement in D&D,
Yes.
That is correct.
Starfinder's
That is
the
a
one you can't do
fun,
it.
fun thing.
For a monk? Yeah.
Planar Warrior, does that have any bonus points against certain creatures, or is that just extra damage?
It's just extra. He focuses in on a target, and
Gotcha.
then when he hits that target,
All right.
yes. And all his damage was force damage, if that matters.
All right. It does not. But thank you. It's lovely to know.
Okay.
All right. That brings us to Phoebe. So keep on going.
All right. So I've got -4 to attack roll.
Yes.
Oh,
Looking at,
upsetting.
can we see that something's wrong with Phoebe? Like, does Phoebe look like off?
There's Phoebe's kind of like disturbed, I guess, would be it's like a little bit taken back.
Okay, I probably wouldn't notice that.
Maelstrom, no. Maelstrom would not care.
It's not about not caring.
All right, so she's gonna manifest a dagger and throw it at the guy that's engaged with Kylan. So it's gonna be a dirty 20 to hit.
Also, for those 3 creatures that ended their turn in that maelstrom, they are gonna take additional damage.
Oh, what's that additional damage? Because this changes things.
Oh, does it?
It does.
Amazing. When they end their turn there, they make a strength saving throw or take 2d6 bludgeoning damage.
Go ahead and roll 2d6 for me.
2.
Really?
Oh my
Wow, what a huge
Never mind, doesn't change a thing.
Double.
All right,
Sorry.
so dirty 20 does hit.
A dirty 20 indeed does hit.
All right.
And you're going for the one by Kylan, yes?
Engage with Kylan, yeah. So it's sneak attack as well.
New
We're gonna
expanded
So
dice
that's,
tray.
put a bowl. Yeah.
20 points of damage.
Lovely. Phoebe, describe what that looks like.
Nice.
Nice. Love to
Just
see it.
goes right through his little face and out the other side.
Bye-bye.
Yeah.
This is the big face.
You watch as
right through his big face.
the psychic dagger hits right through the center, creates a hole as the dagger kind of dissolves into the ether. And through that hole, he begins to just kind of bleed and bleed and bleed and also shrinks back down to his normal size.
Nice.
Kylan's just like, oh, sorry, bruv. And just goes right back at the next game.
According to, does anyone want to try doing a dramatic read? That's his battle cry.
Anything else from you?
Yeah, now I'm going to use my bonus action to throw a second dagger at this one that's engaged with Soge.
All right.
It's stunned as well.
What does that mean? Do I get
Advantage.
Get bonus, yeah.
That makes it.
cool? I'll take it. 23 to hit.
Yeah.
All right, and I'm gonna use Psionic Strike for this. So an extra D8. There is 13, 16 points of damage.
Ow. All right. That brings us.
Sorry, I just read in the chat what Kylan said.
All right.
Boy, bruv. Kine? Back off?
It's like a Scottish thing, like, can I fuck off yet?
So they begin. The smaller ones begin to advance. The two that are in that storm can only get to Kylan.
Oh no.
Babes, down!
Are they staying in the storm or coming out or?
They get directly to Kylan in front of him.
Nice. Still in the storm. In the maelstrom,
In
As it were.
as it were.
I feel like it's just their arms reaching out to hit him, but they're still just standing. It's like,
There were
just get
way
out.
fewer cool names for Dimension Door to base my character off of, so Maelstrom for this was better.
And
So-
just as a reminder, they have disadvantage.
So you watch as the one on the right begins to suck in some of this air from the maelstrom and grows larger and larger.
Uh-oh.
Yep. And he just grows larger and then thunks his spear directly in front of Kylan because he's a little bit lightheaded. All right, the second one being a small creature. Tries to aim for Kylan's kneecaps, but Kylan's shield comes down just at the right moment, and he blocks.
What is that?
The one all the way closest to Olive moves 30 feet forward.
Yo, Papa. Come at me, I dare you.
All right, and what is your AC?
17.
It's a tough
Beats it.
egg.
Go ahead and roll me a d4.
Ooh. Pierce the egg.
Is this
One?
So you subtract 1 from your attack roll or saving throw. Phoebe, that is over for you.
What is that,
Nice.
like a condition, or what was that?
It's like being cursed.
Yeah, it's an
Okay.
ability effect.
So it's
Maybe
minus
didn't
one
question
to
it.
what?
She was just like,
It's
well,
minus
this
1 to your
sucks.
attack rolls and saving throws
Okay.
until the end of its next turn. All right. That's to you, Maelstrom.
Cool. So I have this Maelstrom that's currently active and I'm concentrating on it. But as a bonus action, does it provoke a dex? No, it's a ranged spell attack, right? So for that bonus action, ranged spell attack. So I'm going to, as a bonus action, cause a little lightning strike on the guy that's not stunned.
All right.
Nice. That is going to be a 27 to hit.
This one can stay.
Yeah.
That certainly hits.
Nice. And so that is going to be 4d6 lightning damage. So that is 1, 6, 9, 14 points of lightning damage.
Ow.
So that's the bonus action. I am going to move just a little bit around back to be behind Chopa still. And then that's my turn.
All right. That brings us back to Soge
nice?
with Chop on.
So this one is still stunned, right?
Indeed.
I'm going to move back because I can. 5, 10, 15. And then I'm going to attack this one that I still have my sneak attack on.
Fantastic.
I'm going to use my sharpshooter to take a -5
All right.
with the hopes of +10.
You're going to roll real well, so.
That's how it works.
Somebody has to do Dan's job while Dan isn't here.
Yep.
That's
job
still-
is-
Olive's doing a pretty good job.
Yeah, I haven't rolled a
Well done.
Well,
yes.
Dan's job seems to mostly be to give
Nice.
Matt specifically bad luck.
True.
Alright, so that's Oh, plus the sneak attack. So 32 plus 10, 42 points of damage.
Oh yeah, he's down.
Ooh. That's the one that's not stunned?
Yes.
Yeah, he's just been having a bad time. We left the stun one because
Yeah.
Monster wouldn't know.
Yeah.
All right, that brings us to the stunned one, who is stunned. And that is it.
That's why.
Which then brings us to Chopa.
Oh, I was not ready for my turn. Shit.
I said Chopa gets
I know. I thought your turn was gonna take forever.
No, it was really just the one turn with the beam. It took forever.
That's kind of fair, though. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Shit. Let's see what we got here. So this guy's not, right? This is...
He's gone. Yeah, this one's dead too, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And Kylan's got two guys over there.
One of these is big. The one on the right, I believe, is the big one.
Whatever. I'm just gonna attack this stunned one that's right in front of me.
Yeah.
Punch it. Punch it through.
Wow, bro.
Throw it away.
I just rolled a
17.
19 with that dice, too.
17 will do it.
There you
Okay.
go. Okay. Do you want a white one to match you being an egg?
Yes.
Aw.
Oh, well, hey, now 8 points of damage. First
Okay.
attack.
Okay.
Second attack.
Yeah, use the egg die.
Here's my new white one that we use. Okay, that's definitely
Okay,
gonna
there we
hit.
go,
I
there
rolled
we
a
go.
16, then plus my mod.
Yeah, that's don't need to do math there.
Nope.
Found the dice.
Another 8 damage.
Damn.
Flurry of blows. 19 plus 8. Is that gonna hit, I assume?
Yep.
I'm just gonna do it the old-fashioned way.
And you're rolling an
8
advantage
points of
to hit, right?
No.
Because he's stunned, so you have advantage on all attacks.
I mean, making it either way. You could roll a couple just to see if you crit.
Yeah, that's
Yeah. That's
I'll
what I'm-
always check to see if you crit.
Nope. Rolled a 2 on that one.
Very good.
Nope.
Okay.
2 empty.
All right, so that other one was a success, though. The damage for that.
Wasn't it 8? Roll it again just in case. Yeah, 8 points of damage.
Okay.
And then, I'm going to start moving up here.
And if you would please remove the stunned condition from him, because
Yep, that's the end of my turn.
all right. That brings us to Kylan
All right.
with Phoebe on deck.
Kylan's gonna stay where he is, continue to do something related to the word aggro, and hit the big one in front of him.
Hit the biggin.
Take aggro, take aggro.
14 to hit.
A 14 makes it.
Nice.
Nice.
Okay, good.
Oh, it should have actually been 15.
Did they get
Either way.
buffeted by the hail?
No, so it's at the end of their turn.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, as long as they stay in there. Which is partially why I wanted it there, so that Kylan would kind of pin them.
12 damage.
All right.
And then he's gonna hit him again. 11. No, sorry, 12.
That one
does.
That one does not make it.
All right.
It brings up its spear and blocks his attack.
All right.
Or I guess because he's big. Phoebe,
All right. Gonna throw some more daggers at the same one that Kylan just attacked.
throw them gosh darn
I
daggers.
am gonna throw them gosh darn daggers. Over 20.
Yep. Yep. Sure. Good.
Math is hard.
Over 20 is good.
And I'm gonna use Psionic Strike again for an extra D8.
This is the big one.
The big one.
So, like, while he's blocking Kylan's strike, he's completely vulnerable.
Brain dagger.
10. All right, so that's 30 points of damage.
Nice. Every little bit counts.
Every little bit. 30 is a little bit to you.
Well, the 3 was a little bit.
The 3 was a little bit. Oh yeah, this is true. And then with bonus action, I will throw a second dagger at the same one. Dirty 20 to hit
Nice.
for 11 additional points of damage.
Okay. That one begins to deflate as the other one's big one. The one with the spear above his head.
You can tell he's big because he has a spear above his head.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm just gonna.
Did I get him? You killed him?
He's too strong.
This guy's still in the maelstrom there.
Okay.
All right. And that's Phoebe's?
Yeah, and then as a free action, she goes, hell yes. Hell yes. Telepathically to all of you. She's not one to celebrate usually, but
Nice beefs.
All right. The little one is going to take some attacks at Maelstrom.
Even though I'm 10 feet in the air?
Oops, not Maelstrom, sorry. Kylan.
Yeah.
In the Maelstrom.
Yeah.
Takes attacks. Sweet. That's real poor on all accounts. Thanks for that. They are disadvantaged.
Cloak of Displacement is a very good item.
Yeah.
And then Kylan. Cool. That's all 4 that guy can do. Sweet.
And then he gets buffeted by hail.
Then he gets buffed.
His turn, yeah.
He is going to kind of attempt to move around him and get out of the storm.
Staying within.
Yep, staying within.
It's almost like he knows
What a loser.
he's a character in a role-playing game. Always in base contact. Always.
He's gaining sentience.
Well, he kind of can't move any farther.
No, yeah, no, I know, it makes sense.
And go ahead and roll that hail damage.
He's out of the storm.
He is out of
Yeah,
the storm.
Everybody's out of the storm.
Okay. I didn't know if that took effect regardless of him like starting his turn.
Only if you end your turn there.
Cool. Well, never mind. All right. That brings us to Maelstrom.
So seeing that individual leave, Maelstrom is going to say, "Where do you think you're going?" And as a bonus action, strike them with lightning or attempt to do so.
Go for it.
So this is going to be only a 15.
Is that what it sounds like when you
that's still
That does it.
magic words?
Yeah.
Lightning bolt!
That is going to be
Maelstrom, I didn't know you. Oh wait, that's why it's voice.
11. 16 points of lightning
Maelstrom, I didn't know
damage.
you spoke like that.
And then as a free action, Maelstrom is going to drop concentration on the spell. And so this whole Maelstrom just out in the snow displaces.
You watch as the snow continues swirling around a little bit as like a little after effect and settles.
So Maelstrom is going to take movement to go like this and then actively not tap himself on the shoulder to drop down to the ground.
All right.
And then Maelstrom is going to sigh and just shout, "Be strong, Choppa," and pull his arm down very much like Avatar The Last Airbender style and cast Lightning Bolt in a straight line to get both of these guys. And
Oh, no.
Choppa's shorts.
yes.
They're all nice. The big one is big, but the other guy is small too.
Hypotenuse.
So this, I believe, is a saving throw for you.
Maelstrom, how could you?
So does Choppa get any kind of like advantage because I shouted out like, "Hey, watch out, bro," or
I drop prone as a reaction.
No.
So look at your sheet. You're a monk. I believe you have evasion. And
I
you
do
can
have
use-
evasion.
You could use that as a reaction for like. But I'm not there.
Is this a deck saving throw?
It's a 100-foot long line,
All right.
and so this is certainly hitting all 3 of them. Unfortunately, this is a deck save.
All right. Used it
Make
very
a
effectively.
dexterity saving throw.
I do. Alright, so I have advantage.
Nice.
I got a 20! I got 19 and a 20.
Like a natural 20?
Yes,
Yeah.
natural
Oh,
20.
fantastic. That means you take. You don't have to pick anything. I mean, you also have advantage, but you don't get to pick anything.
Perfect.
So you all watch as Choppa like flattens themselves to the ground. It's like, yes!
Fried egg style.
All right. And the one.
D6.
You watch the big one kind of raise a spear and like kind of like just use body mass to like fling himself out of the way a little bit.
There you go.
with an 18.
An 18 succeeds.
And then the other one got a 4.
That is not going to succeed. What do you get, Chopa?
That's
20.
Nice. Okay. So that's going to be 15, 21, 22, 23, 24. 30 points of lightning damage to the one that failed, and then half of that, 15, to the one that succeeded. And then I believe 0 to Chopa. Because
0
of
indeed to
evasion.
Chopa.
Yeah.
So,
Also, because of the way our pick 3 works.
There you go.
Nothing to you.
so we would call this a perfect lightning bolt.
Indeed.
And
Great
Maelstrom's
teamwork.
just kind of.
Even though I knew you'd get a kill me with that one.
And
Suspicion increased.
Yeah.
See what you're
and then I'm
doing there,
going to take the
friend.
next 15, 20, 25, 30. I'm running over to try to hide behind Lord Soge, and that's my turn.
Wonderful.
Don't be afraid!
And indeed, Soge, it is your turn.
Which one? This one's the big one? Or are they both small now?
No, the big one is over there.
Close,
This
yes.
one?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Hold please. Your wound bleeds an extra 4 points of damage.
Oh, gross. Maelstrom's running over to Soge, and then he's like, oh, and he's like, oh, I don't know about that.
But I still say, fear not! I'm gonna.
What are you
steady
putting
aim.
in the slingshot?
Point of fact, my arcane weapon doesn't need ammo.
Okay.
It magically produces it.
Okay.
But I would be thrown in like little pebbles.
But not the beans
Not
is my
the
point.
beans, not
Okay.
the beans.
Okay. I'm just kind of close.
The beans are,
I want the beans to explode like a whirlpool of ice and kill everyone.
All of us?
It would be a fun ending.
That is true. And next week is.
Next week we're just off,
it
guys.
just trips on the ship deck. What? From all the beans.
My beans.
So that's gonna be 23 to hit.
Certainly.
Minus the 5 for
Long range.
Still hits.
Sharpshooter.
That's an 18.
Cool. So then that's gonna be plus sneak attack for the steady.
Is that the feature, or is that a spell that you're casting?
The doop-a-doops?
Yeah.
It's just getting the dice ready.
Somatic component.
Yeah.
Verbal component.
I was gonna say, yeah.
So that's gonna be 14 for the sneak attack
Okay.
and 8. So 22 points of damage plus 10, 32 points of damage to that one.
Just
Nice.
manifesting.
If it matters, there's radiant, there's piercing, and there's what's the other one?
Cool.
I don't know.
Yeah. Joe, put your hand back.
Oh, damn it.
I was just hoping.
He does look quite bloodied, though. It's a bloody look. As is Soge.
And I'm still just standing there like.
All right. Any movement?
I cannot move because I.
That's right. Steady aim. All right. That brings us to the big one. Big one is going to charge forward towards you, Soge. So if you wouldn't mind moving the big one towards Soge.
Darn it.
Cool. That is a 24 to hit.
Uncanny dodge.
All right. So we've got my 3d8 again.
Is uncanny dodge a reaction?
Yes.
For a 12 points of slashing damage.
Are you looking over there, Soge?
Not great.
It's okay. We'll use our healer.
Our healer that we absolutely have.
And then a 17.
To hit.
Mm-hmm.
That also hits.
Yeah. That's going to be 15 points of damage.
Keep your hand off the board. Nobody's going down yet.
All right, and you begin bleeding a little bit more profusely with each hit.
We're bleeding.
More bleeding! And you bleed 7 points of damage.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
I just texted Miles.
Yeah, I know, that's good.
Do you have any healing spells asking for a friend?
There's just blood dripping down the bottom
Alright.
of the mask, but I'm still standing strong.
That friend is so good.
And Soge, you watch as this thing begins to grow a little bit smaller.
It's deflating.
And as it does, it begins to like slide along the blood that has kind of pooled beneath you, and created like a nice slick ice patch. And it uses disengage to begin to run away.
By the time you bled so much, somebody used it to disengage.
20.
At a diagonal, so towards Hannah, I guess.
20.
Yes.
You have lost a mechanically significant amount of blood.
Oh, one more that way. There you go.
Cool. Because it doesn't have, it's not difficult terrain for that. All right. So that comes to Chopa with Kylan on deck.
Okay. Gonna move up to this guy. Stunning strike. Wow. 13.
No, sadly.
Okay, gonna. Let's see how many key points I have left. Because I've been using them kind of willy nilly.
Pocket blood.
I'm just going to regular attack then. Maths here. 22?
Yes.
Okay.
Math is here.
Maths.
Oh my god, math is here. everybody.
9 points of damage, and then flurry of blows.
Yeah.
Oh god, this is gonna have to throw this dice out too.
It's that seat, y'all. It's cursed.
14 to hit.
Yes.
Nice.
Okay.
We accept it as fact.
Did you take my d6?
Yes, I did. Penguin.
Yay. 11 points of damage.
Ew.
And then I already. Oh, can I use the rest of my movement to
Yeah.
move away?
Yeah.
Which is not going to do that much. So I'm just gonna like back up to like.
You have evasion, so that doesn't provoke attack of opportunity, right?
I do have evasion, but I do think it.
Yeah, evasion I don't think has to do so much with that.
Yeah. So if that happens, I'm not gonna. I don't want to provoke, so I'll stay up there.
Okay. It is looking quite bloody.
In this moment, is there any similarity between like, are these Choba's people?
You want to make a nature check?
Kinda.
Very chill.
I just thought about that. Yeah. Are we?
You can give me Arcana, History, Nature, or
Nature. I
Religion.
already said nature.
I feel like
13.
So you kind of have heard about these, not in books certainly, but mostly like just traveling through taverns and bars. These are Spriggans.
Okay. Not halflings.
They're more closely related to redcaps.
Yeah.
And where one is found, the other is likely to appear.
Yeah.
you don't say
weird.
anything out loud, do you?
Weird in this part of the world. I would feel that that's a weird thing in this part of the world, right?
Yeah.
Okay. No, I don't say that yet.
Okay.
Too busy.
All right. That brings us to Phoebe. No, Kylan. Sorry, we
Kylan?
skipped Kylan.
Okay,
Apologies.
we've been planning. All right. So Kylan, I've
Playing
learned
two
that.
characters over here.
Yep. So he's just telling me what he wants to do in the Discord.
It's still pretty impressive. It's good, man.
It is. It's well done.
You. So he is gonna go and put himself between Soge and this enemy here, and cast Cure Wounds at level 2 on
All right.
Soge.
He will take an attack of opportunity.
Yes, but remember, the guy has disadvantage.
Our healer.
Yeah. That's a 15, and I'm pretty sure Kylan's IC is higher.
17, yeah. 'Cause I pointed out that exact thing to him. He was like, that's okay, displacement. It's 2d8 plus 2, because I think rangers are wisdom casters, right?
He just walks up and goes, "Hey, chin up, bro," and just taps you on the shoulder.
You want to roll your own healing? Yeah, do it. All right, and
Nice. 11 plus 2, you said?
yeah. Cool.
That's Kylan?
That's Kylan.
All right. That brings us to Phoebe.
Doubled
All right.
my
Fuck him up, Phoebe.
Get him, thieves.
All right. She's gonna throw daggers at this one here who's engaged with Chopa.
All right.
So the first one, dirty 20 to hit.
That certainly hits.
D6s, and I'm gonna use Psionic Strike again because what else are these psionic points good for if not that?
Psionic sleep.
Psionic sleep.
Bonus action, you just fall asleep. I would love that in real life.
That'd be such a gift.
Oh,
Okay. 14. 26 points of damage.
That one also falls over.
Nice.
Deceased.
No, that one.
This one?
That one.
Nice views.
And then, all right, bonus action. She's gonna turn and throw a second knife at the last guy. Also dirty 20 to hit.
Certainly.
That's gonna be an additional 11 points of damage.
All right. Lovely.
Oh, thank you.
Maelstrom. That's you. Because Phoebe killed somebody who was supposed to.
so Maelstrom is really just thinking like, wow, Soga and Phoebe spend so much time up in the crow's nest together. They're really like melding. They're like doing all the damage here. They're a great team. And then he turns and looks at this other one, and without too many other good options, he's going to run forward 5, 10, 15, 20, and he's going to say, "Be strong, everybody."
Wow.
And at first level, he's just going to cast Thunderwave. And so in a 15-foot cube,
Wow.
so, okay. I mean, it's that or hit people with a lightning bolt, and I feel like this is the friendlier option.
You could just be like, you guys got it, right?
All right. If you wouldn't mind rolling for Kylan.
It is I believe, a dexterity save.
Okay.
All right.
Uncanny dodge.
Let me just make sure it's a dex save here.
I think I have one.
Thunderwave is a con save, DC 16.
Con save.
Oh, awesome.
All right. Kylan fails.
Ah. Great.
So, okay, how you doing there? You got this, buddy.
Kylan hasn't taken a hit yet, though. So.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
You're doing
yeah.
great.
Jill's like, I know, I have a plan.
Sorry, finding my ability.
Just roll.
On.
Oh shit, I forgot.
It's gonna be a 7.
Okay, for what it's worth, not a ton of damage. Those who fail take 4 points of thunder damage and are pushed 10 feet away.
That's a lot of damage for Soviet.
If they succeed, they take half, and they are not pushed.
All right. With a natural 20, which is like, why'd you roll a natural 20 there, guy? He doesn't move. It just because like it's a little staticky. You watch the fur that is like crusted in ice, kind of like
Maelstrom whips his feet across the ground for a couple seconds.
And then, because that dealt thunder damage, I'm going to go ahead and use my Heart of the Storm, and any creature within 10 feet of me of my choice take 4 points of lightning damage, which will be that guy. So 4 low points right there. That is my action. Then as my bonus action, I am going to look at him, my eyes flare, and I'm going to attempt to telekinetically shove him, which is a strength save, please.
it's a 19.
A 19, that is going to succeed, and so nothing happens. And with that, I'll end my turn.
All right.
Yeah.
So okay, that's you.
Kylan says, "'Tis but a scratch."
Exactly.
Turning.
I pushed everybody but the enemy away from just us.
I line up my shot using my sharpshooter and also my steady aim bonus action.
You're 10 feet away.
Advantage. I'm going to unleash hellfire upon this thing.
You also take
Natural 20.
Amazing.
Very nice. But whilst doing it, your blood spurts out for a solid, hold on, math,
That's not good.
13.
Holy
Yikes,
shit.
that's a lot of
Yeah.
bleeding.
Thank God for that 13 damage that I got back last time.
Damn. Thanks,
Okay, 'cause
Colin.
now I'm in single digits. But yeah, that's gonna fuck him up with the.
Oh, wait. Put that 13 back. You said you got magical healing. Never mind. Put that 13 back
Oh,
on.
yeah, because it will heal your bleeding.
It healed your bleeding.
Magic.
The bleeding went away, yeah.
I apologize. I got really excited to roll my tiny little
I still
d4s.
caught those.
Oh, those are very cute.
Cute!
Wow.
Those are delightful.
Oh,
That's nice.
This is the best kind of you.
Oh my god, look at the little
I love
hearts.
that.
Those are
All right,
cool.
let's focus on Sogi's
Sorry.
natural 20.
That's your fault.
Yay!
That. Okay, so. whoop. Damn. I think this is probably gonna kill this thing.
Well, now that you said it,
Kara's just gonna keep it alive for another
a
hour.
lot of ones in there, my dude.
You've destroyed the polymorph,
Are you not entertained?
and the beholder appears.
I'm so far away at this point, I'm just gonna watch my team get it.
50 points of damage.
No way, bro!
What's it look like as you kill this tiny little ball of floof?
Literally just like pulling back 10 feet away, and it's just like miraculous, like blinding light and hellfire just coming out at this thing. Like dragon's breath, just incinerating it, and there's just nothing there.
Lost enough again.
Bye, Team Rocket.
The Spriggans defeated. The way is clear. The mist still parted from your battle. And you have a clear view ahead of you on the horizon. In the distance, about 100 feet, that large glacial formation stands in front of you. Here's a great time to take a break. We'll be back in 10 minutes at about 9:11.
Ooh.
See y'all soon. Hello, folks, and welcome back to Adventures in Alberon, Sea of Ice. Our heroes just finished off a party of Spriggans that they met in the icy wastes, which is apparently not as bleak as they thought it was.
It's pretty bleak.
It's pretty bleak, okay. It's not quite as bleak. It's just like 1 degree less bleak.
Yeah,
Or I guess 1 degree warmer?
it's bleaking. It's almost bleaking.
It's not as lifeless as we thought it was.
That's true.
Oh,
That's true.
there is life where you thought there previously was none.
Finds a way.
You notice, now that the mist is cleared, this glacial formation looming in front of you. The corpses of the Spriggans surrounding. What do y'all do?
I'm gonna go and kick a Spriggan to make sure it's still dead, and then maybe just look and see, is there like talismans, any Umberlee iconography? Yeah, just want to look through the body.
There's no Umberlio iconography hanging around.
Okay.
But they've got a couple of like trinkets. Their spears are crudely made. What was that nature check you rolled earlier?
Like a 14.
Okay, anyone else who would like to may roll history, nature, arcana, or religion.
I'll do.
They will all net you different things.
I'll do Arcana.
Okay.
Do nature.
14.
14?
Oh.
Wow. I hate.
Oh, it's gone
Wow.
forever.
Have I? I rolled 120 and everything else has been less than a 10.
What'd you get?
Oh, nice.
Does it even. What is it? Plus 5? 13.
13?
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Dirty 20 what?
Nature.
For nature? You know that if you remove the heart of the Spriggan, dry and eat it, it will have the same effects as an enlarge reduce. It will have the same effects as the enlarge reduce spell, but like the enlarged section only, with a duration of 8 hours.
Can I harvest this heart?
Yeah.
Have at.
Harvest the heart and try to discreetly tuck it away.
All right, with your nature check, you are able to harvest that heart. Just the one?
Into a sweet. Are there more lying around? I'm harvesting all of them.
There's 5 Spriggans. It's going to require 4 more nature checks.
Oh yeah, I'll try it. Why not?
As I watch
it's
Soge
DC
begin
20
to
for
just
all.
harvest them,
Yeah,
I'm going to sit
going
down
around, like,
and begin to kind of rest. And I'm not a wizard. I'm not an idiot. It doesn't take me 8 hours to rest. I snap my fingers, and as a bonus action, I convert 4 of my sorcery points into a 4th level spell slot. And,
All right.
So, 1 failure, 1 success.
Cool.
18 and 20. 13. So one more success.
So you have a second heart.
Hearts. Nice. And I will. I don't know. Do I salt them or something to start the drying process? Preserve. I'm thinking
Do you
like
have
dried-
salt in your pocket?
I'm thinking like dried fish, you know.
Like I said, do you have salt in your pocket, just like hanging out?
Salted fish. No.
But would you have it like in your pocket?
I'd probably have in my.
Salt is part of the salted
I don't
fish.
have any-
The
I don't have
rations,
any
yeah.
kits for that.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
You have a salting kit?
No.
Oh,
I need to go to my ship's cook. Have them salt these for me.
We know the ship's cooks, man.
dude, yeah.
All right.
Core pelt.
Critter or something like that.
Critter.
Critter.
What are the rest of you doing?
I'm gonna look at this glacial formation and just see if there's anything funky about it.
Go ahead and give me an investigation check.
Give it a vibe check.
Yeah, a vibe check. 15.
With your vibe check, yeah, you notice kind of depressions to the southern side. Southern being closer to you. Yeah, there. It's just kind of sloped downwards.
Okay.
Are you getting close to it, or is this a far away?
No, I'll go about where I am, like not touching it, but just a little bit closer. Also, side question: are we about where we thought that little disturbance was?
You can assume that the disturbance was probably the Spriggans.
Okay. So yeah, I'm just like kind of. I'd like to, as part of my investigation, just kind of do a once around, fly around, see if there's anything.
So that's you're doing like an aerial. So you notice the depressions.
Okay.
Like depressions as in easy to walk up?
Sadness.
Yes, that.
Oh man, I hate you.
Akka is here. That's so weird.
So it's more of just like the ground kind of slopes inwards towards that section of the glacier.
Okay, meaning the ice is going to be thinner to the water?
You gotta go over and look. It's like.
Choppa's gonna go waddle over there and go,
Something's fishy.
Can we see Chopa just waddling
Yeah,
away?
you see Chopa.
I'm gonna follow Chopa and just go, Chopa, what are you looking for?
Hole in the ground.
I'm gonna look over. Do I see a howl in the ground?
A hole?
Yeah.
You don't see a hole in the ground.
But I see what looks like a divot, possibly caused by something striking or falling into it.
It less looks like that, more like over time something has eroded away.
Looking around, does it look like the wind has been channeled to do that, or perhaps something else?
Something else.
Interesting. Any idea as to what?
Foot traffic.
Interesting.
what?
Foot traffic, she said.
Automobiles. Albert
train tracks here.
Chopa, can you go look at that red light? And no. Maelstrom's going to say, Chopa, that is a path these creatures might use.
Well, then we should follow it, right?
That seems like a good idea. Just be careful.
Choppa's gonna follow the foot tracks
So Tulpa, you follow this
with their fists up.
pathway down with fists
Mentally, I'll send that through the telekinetic link to Phoebe and just say, Chopa's found something.
I think it was Phoebe who found it.
It was.
Choppa's gonna take the credit.
Yes, I definitely saw that too, but let's let Chopa investigate.
Maelstrom just saw Chopa waddling towards something.
Tulpa, you head towards this pathway.
What?
The mist has cleared with a clear view of the sky, the full moon above. This pathway descends at a slight angle, not taking you from sight from your party. But you do notice there's a doorway in the side of this glacier. It is made of ice and snow, but very clearly a door with a handle and glowing runes.
Cool. It makes me wish I could disguise as one of these little guys.
I mean,
I have a disguise kit.
we have some
We have
pelts.
some bodies just
potentially.
climb inside.
Yeah, I mean, you cut it open already.
Are we gonna taunt on this?
Oh,
We might be
Oh my god, this is the greatest plan.
Guys, I have an idea.
Every
Are you
single one
telling
of
us
them.
about the room?
You all have the same
They'll open the door and it will be a halfling stuffed in the corpse of one of their friends, and they'll all just be so horrified they'll just be like, "Fuck whatever, go in."
I want to try it.
Okay. Do you tell us about the runes?
No, I just come back and go,
Guys, I have an idea.
stuffing parts into my bag.
What is your idea, Chopa?
There's a door over there, and you know we've got these corpses that are about my size. So I'm thinking maybe it's the door to their mom's house. So I can knock on and be like, "Mom, I'm back for a visit."
why are you rolling?
Chopa, that is a great idea.
Thank you. Finally, someone acknowledges my good idea, but there is no but. On to the next thing. Let's find a corpse.
Chopa, as you're getting this corpse ready, perhaps let Phoebe examine the door first.
Fine.
And Choppa's gonna waddle off to find a corpse.
Mentally, I'm going to be like, Phoebe, please make sure there's nothing that's going to explode on Chopa.
On it.
I'm gonna go to assist but also to try and sneak in a short rest.
From over the ice, you're just going to hear, Chopa, are you a small or an extra small?
So assist who?
I'm assisting.
Assist is a strong word.
How are you assisting for a short rest?
Oh, I'm going over to the door.
He's using it as an
like-
excuse to.
Just kind of resting up against some wall near the door to just be like, yep, that looks like a door with runes.
Honk shoe.
Your short rest is shorter than an hour?
No.
Okay.
But like, if you would like to start taking a short, what I would say, this is your game, but what I would normally say is, if you are beginning that process, that's fine.
Alright, yeah.
Be aware it takes an hour.
Agreed. I was like,
Process while passively looking at this rune door.
I just didn't want to dispute precedent.
It's your game.
Cool. Yeah, you're gonna start. It's gonna be a while.
Yeah, I'm just going like, yep, that's a rune door right there.
Phoebe's gonna completely ignore him and just go and inspect the door.
Is it giant? Giant runes?
You can read giant?
Yes.
Okay. Are you actively looking or are you resting? You gotta choose.
Resting, but I'm
There wasn't one or the other. That
So
was
resting is what he said.
Yeah.
well facing.
I've learned.
I can
I've
also read
learned.
giant. It's okay. I got you.
I've learned from playing with Matt. But what Matt says is, I'm posing as if to rest, but
Yes.
passively with my ocular vision, sweeping the area with the
door.
thought.
So, okay, you look at this door with its runes, and your eyes start to do that thing when you get tired, where they like start like crossing, and the vision blurs. And Soge, propped up just by his hand on an ice feature, is like,
Nice. And that is just the way that Phoebe wants him because she's annoyed that he followed her.
Phoebe, you see glowing runes on this door. Go ahead and give me that charisma save.
Time for a good old rune nap. Oh man.
Good thing I wasn't reading those runes.
Yeah. Well, they haven't seemed it. Well, anyway. Con save, you said?
No, charisma.
Oh, charisma. 7. I really wanted to pass at least one of these.
Both of us are gonna go back with you dressed as one of these creatures, and one of you is gonna be sleeping, and the other one will be like on fire.
God.
Phoebe,
Yeah.
you go to this door.
Truth or dare?
And
Waiting for instructions.
you blank out.
Yeah.
We're not even gonna have you pick 3.
You pick all.
You have to do all of them?
You draw 5.
You all don't see this. Phoebe's gone to investigate. Phoebe's small. Phoebe's gone out of your view. Soge's asleep. Phoebe, you open this door. Your wings reach up. You lightly brush with your feathers. Runes in a combination. And the door opens for you. And once inside, it shuts.
Bye.
Bye, Phoebes.
Are we still all telekinetically?
So gay.
I will say,
Where's Kylan? What's he doing?
It's probably helping them.
Yeah,
He's like
definitely.
gutting a.
unfortunately, failed by half. No.
So I guess the big question is, would everyone notice that the link was broken? Because that feels like an important thing to know or not know.
Were you actively communicating via the link? How does this link feel? And be honest, how does your link feel?
Over me as I'm sleeping here.
I think it probably just feels like being on the having a being on the phone.
I'm going to need all of you, Soge at disadvantage, because you're asleep. Give me a perception check.
Oh, natural 19.
Very nice.
21.
Fantastic.
Miles has pointed out that the last time this happened, Kylan noticed that the link was broken.
5.
Mine's actually not bad still. 16.
Because
Alright.
justice never sleeps.
Justice never sleeps. Just takes a quick cat nap.
Now there's a spell that would help.
I
you
will
right
also say that because Kylan noticed the link was broken and didn't communicate this with the rest of you, you don't know, but Kylan does notice, because Kylan would try to keep, I feel, communication with Phoebe, having known that when Phoebe goes out of sight and there are runes present, Link, go bye-bye.
It's fair.
For those of you above a 15, so Maelstrom, you don't notice this. You're too busy orchestrating an outfit for Chulpa to be, like, clothed in.
Or like sticking the arm through.
No, those are the legs, Chopa.
Soge, you kind of, like, snort awake, interrupting your short rest.
Yes. The runes.
And you notice that Phoebe has vanished.
Phoebe?
Chulpa, you also sense that your connection to Phoebe has been disturbed.
Come in, Phoebes! Phoebes, come in!
Phoebe?
I can't feel Phoebe anymore.
And when Chulpa says this, you also notice that that connection is broken.
We'll look for Phoebe.
Looking
Any
at the
sign?
door. Is the
Footsteps?
door still there?
The door is still there. The runes are still present.
Does it look like it's been opened or anything?
Well, yes. I mean, it looks like it's been opened.
As doors do.
As doors do.
Well, is there like is the snow?
The snow
off
is
the
disturbed,
side
yes.
As if it has been opened, like very recently.
Yes.
I'm going over to the door.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna open it to look for Phoebe.
You attempt to open the door, and you find it locked.
Let me in!
Can I see these runes at this point?
Yes.
Is this giant?
Yes.
So I don't read this, but do I see any of the signs that have matched the ones that we have seen so far?
You-
CN.
You do.
Okay.
I do read giant.
You do.
How many runes are there?
So there are 8 runes.
8.
That's a lot for a door.
You see the familiar 3 that you have seen before.
Nacho.
Yes. You do indeed see an H. Damn it. You see an O. You see an L.
Nacho.
You see a K.
How is Lunare smelled?
That's 7.
And you see a G. LUNARACH.
ACH, okay.
CNAHOLKG.
Wow, this shit, man.
What were they?
Tag.
Those of you outside, so including Kylan, so you can roll for Kylan.
No.
Go ahead and roll me a straight check to remember evidence.
Which is what?
Flat 19.
Flat 3.
6.
History, you said?
Mm-hmm. 5.
Oh, history?
Oh, history.
Yes.
Oh, history. 19 still.
I thought you just said a flat check.
Maelstrom,
Oh, history.
you remember. The case that sat on Avern's desk with its dials wherein also had giant runes on them. There were 5 dials.
Does this have to do with your snake map?
No.
Okay, never mind.
So wait, one more time. What were those letters? Sorry, I have KLA.
KLANHROC.
R? I don't have an R.
No, there's no R.
There's no R.
Oh, what was the other?
CNAHOLKG.
Okay, G.
Yeah.
I don't know what
There's an
it's
E?
R.
No E.
Yeah, no, I don't have any.
KNAHOLKG.
Goldneck.
Nyakog.
Go whole neck. Whole gag.
Yeah, you got it.
So, Soge, I will say, you can read giant, so you can assume that this word is probably not in common.
Glencore?
No. You say that word and nothing happens. You also know that that's not a word in Giant.
Do I remember the dials, the ones that were on the dial?
You rolled a 3.
Yeah.
So unless Maelstrom mentioned something.
Did we not?
Oh, I wouldn't mention the dials, but
Someone has it. Actually, I might have it. The spinny dial.
Either you or me.
Yeah.
I feel like I think I gave it to you.
The scroll with the spinny dial.
I believe you have
Phoebe
it.
probably
I
has
haven't cared
it.
about
You have most of our stuff.
Sorry.
You might. I mean, when I get stuff, I give it to you mostly because I feel like that's what keeps
That's
it
true.
safest.
I have all that money
Yes.
too. Yeah.
So while the 3 with Kylan 4, think about this. Phoebe. You are having what seems to be that fuzzy out-of-body experience again. Aware, yet not in control. Whereas before, you looked out into the horizon and saw mist. Some memory starts to come back to you, having seen and activated that door. And you know that you are here to meet someone. You walk deeper into this cavern. There are no side tunnels. There are no traps. There are no treasures to find. There's just a central room deep in this glacier. It is pleasantly warm once you step into this room. The chill of winter is gone, and it is lush and green.
What?
Bailout, baby.
You haven't been transported anywhere. No portal is open, as Kylan can attest. You still see the sides of this glacial cavern. You look up. You see that night sky, same as always in Alberon. It's full moon shining bright. Over top of a garden, tended by 4 figures. The rest of you are outside. What y'all doing?
Kylan has a thing he'd like to try out.
Yes, Kylan, what would you like to try?
He wants to try using his ethereal step feature, where he can step through cast the etherealness spell, but it only lasts for 6 seconds. So he wants to try to use it to get on the other side of the door.
Hopefully he doesn't get stuck in the door.
Certainly. Kylan, you watch as the 3 of you watch as Kylan just vanishes from your sight into the ethereal plane. And steps through the door. Kylan, do you tell them what's going on, or do you just do this?
He said in the chat, kind of want to jump the door and help Phoebe, so.
Cool, he just goes through. You don't see this, you don't know what he's done. He's
What,
just
I
vanished from
told
sight.
you guys I'm not interested.
He says that Kylan says BRB.
Now we got 2 gone. God damn it. Can't trust him.
Would you
told
please
you
roll a
guys
stealth check
from
for Kylan?
the beginning.
Let me in!
He was
Okay.
bad news.
That's not going to help.
But they could let us in.
13.
Maelstrom will wait a moment to see if they're going to let us in.
All right. Phoebe, you are vaguely aware of this presence behind you. And you feel your body reach for a knife. Go ahead and give me another charisma saving throw.
Not that one. 15.
You start to summon this dagger, and your vision starts to solidify again. You feel yourself reach back into your body and regain some modicum of control, and you are able to dispel the dagger. You are also, you notice, able to move your beak and speak if you would like, but you are in the presence of these gardeners. Kylan, you can see what Phoebe is seeing. You're also not incredibly stealthy, so yeah, see you too. You can, however.
Oh, sorry, am I interrupting?
You can, however, now that you're no longer ethereal because it only lasts 6 seconds, open the door.
Come on, Phoebe! Hold on here!
He's typing.
Typing.
Tag lock.
Alan!
He says he's making sure Phoebe's okay, and then yes, opening the door.
You just trying to figure out what this is.
Yes.
The door opens from the inside. Thankfully, this lock is a one-way lock.
Tag lock didn't work.
See?
Tagalog.
They did hear us.
I feel like your character is sitting there and they're just like, Chaglock, and then Kylan opens the door.
Well, and he says, right, come on in, everyone.
Phoebe, you begin to come back to yourself. Your eyes focus, and these gardeners that before seemed fairly uninteresting, just gardeners, you now see are twisted and bent and broken, and you see them bubble as their skin is blistered and peeling. One of them is exceptionally large and crawls down from a tree, limbs akimbo in the center of this grove.
You are here. We have the latest shipment. I hope Avern is ready.
Is Phoebe like back, like all the way back? She is gonna play along for now, and she's gonna be like, yes, ready.
Kylan, Choppa, and Maelstrom, you do not understand this. Soga, you do.
Very well, sisters.
You see the smaller three figures bring arms full and bales full of these dried herbs to you so that you might psychically bear them forth to the ship at 3 a.m. in the morning.
Are they approaching us on a line?
You are about 30 feet away.
That's okay.
And they aren't really approaching you, and to hit them, you will have to hit Phoebe. And it's not really a line, they're kind of like...
So this is the shipment?
I'd like to try to reestablish the telepathic communication.
Okay. Please, while you do that, give me a stealth check. Actually, a deception check. That'll be deception.
5.
They pause as they bring forth the herbs.
What is wrong?
Was I successful though?
You seem different. I hope the trust we've placed in Avern is not broken.
And then
How close are they standing to each other?
And then they look forward and they see that their delivery bird is not alone.
Phoebe's gonna try.
They don't see me.
It's
Okay, they see others. Kylan did not roll high enough.
It seems we have indeed visitors to welcome, my sisters. Show them the hospitality we have to offer.
And with that,
lemonade?
a little bit early today, but only because I left the minis at home. That is where we will end our session. It's also Kylan, Miles, I hope you feel better.
Hag Coven.
We will return next week for the final session of Adventures in Alberon, A Sea of Ice. If you can't wait that long, you can catch us, at least Matt, Olive, Joe, and I, for Starfinder on Thursdays for our Driftmas episode. Much later and much happier.
You guys already had your Driftmas episode.
Driftmas.
Yeah, trust me, you guys got all the good parts done.
Okay, post Driftmas episode.
We're heading to Akaton.
It's the New Year's Eve episode.
Yeah.
Thank you for joining us.
New
We'll see you next week.
and Akaton.
Bye.
Bye.